On to college football. For those of you who don't know, college football has been being played for quite some time now, a few weeks now. The SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, they've all started the push to play, and they've been doing so. Now, some games are being canceled. Why? Because players are testing positive, and not even just players, coaches are testing positive for COVID. Games are being rescheduled. Some are even being canceled. You know, I don't know. But what I'm here to talk about is this. Now, the Big Ten just started last week, and I believe the Pac-12 is not this week, if not the next week. Mountain West started this past weekend as well. But here's the thing. We have a playoff system in place right now for 4 teams, if I'm not correct, right? 4 teams. People want more. And I'm thinking, I think 4 is enough. I mean, people want 8, people want 16. And I'm like, why? Why do we need that many teams? Because let's just be real, okay? College football has a problem. And if you've been following me, Clutch Sports Talk from some time now, you know I've done a podcast on why college football is in trouble. So I'm not going to go through that right now. Go back in through my playlist. It's all in there. It's a good listen, real good stuff. Listen to it. But what I will say this, college football is very, very, there's no irony in football. There's no flavor. It's all the same. Clemson and Alabama are by far the 2 best teams in college football today. That's it, by far. You can't tell me anything else. And if you want to, please hit me up. Please challenge me right now in my comments on Instagram or here on YouTube and tell me that Clemson and Alabama are not the best 2 teams in college football. Now, Ohio State probably the third best team. But after that, it's a big drop-off. Now, there are some other good, solid teams. I'm not going to say the rest of the teams all together suck, but Clemson and Alabama are by far head over heels the 2 best teams in college football. And the problem with this is that college football now is becoming very demographic to the Southeast area. Okay. Now, USC was the last team west of the Mississippi to even win a national championship, to win it, not be in the game, because Oregon obviously made the game a few years ago with Marcus Mariota, where they got destroyed by Ezekiel Elliott and Cardell Jones in the national championship. But USC was the last team west of the Mississippi to win a national championship. And other than Oregon, there really hasn't been other teams on the western side of the country to even like compete for a national championship. So, the fact of the matter is that we know that every year now it's going to be Clemson and Alabama are going to be in the running. Now it's going to be after that, who's next? Like I said, Ohio State is really good. They have great talent on offense, but they lost a lot on defense last year. A lot, and 2 main players they lost last year was Jeff Okudah and Chase Young, the defensive end for the Washington football team now. Those guys are gone. Now, will they be able to compete with Clemson? No, man. Clemson is just rolling through everybody. They returned all of their players last year from the national championship team. Alabama basically is reloaded. I mean, they got a new quarterback in there, and he's playing pretty good. Mac Jones, I think his name is. He's playing pretty good. Alabama, they're doing Alabama and Clemson type things. So, and that's definitely a problem for college football, because now only certain parts of the country really care about it. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care about college football that much anymore, because I have no dog in the fight. USC is my team. I pretty much root for any Pac-12 team that's in a position like Oregon, like last year. And Oregon has probably been the only team that can compete with some SEC teams, and we've shown that. They've shown that. But other than that, you look at the Pac-12 or the Mountain West or these other conferences on the West Coast, like, they're not competing with anybody in the Southeastern Conference for the most part. Now, the Southeastern Conference, besides Alabama, is pretty, I wouldn't say sketchy. There are solid teams like Florida's of the world, Auburn, maybe Georgia. But you look at Georgia the other day, they got whooped by Alabama in the second half of that game. So Georgia isn't where they want to be, but definitely college football has a problem. I'm not sure how you address it, because the fact of the matter is that, these teams from the not even from the ACC, Clemson mainly, they are getting all the talent from all over the country, from the western states to the midwestern states, everywhere. You look at teams like Texas, who, we all know Texas is a hotbed for football, and University of Texas is not good at all. And they haven't been good since Vince Young won that national championship against my beloved Trojans. So, but like I said, if you disagree with me, let me know. I'd be more than happy to debate you in my comments. But anyway, other than that, I mean, we're just going to keep it pushing. So college football, Clemson, Alabama, this. I mean, they can play these other games if they want to because I don't mind betting on them. But let's just don't even have a 4-man playoff. Let's just go straight to Alabama and Clemson because that's basically what we're leading up to here anyway. So